Welcome to the 3 Retro Movie Geek podcast with me, Rob Taylor.
Me, Scott Witham.
Me, Paul Constable.
What's that? Welcome to the 3 Retro Movie Geeks podcast with me, Rob, the Truffle Shuffle Taylor.
And me, Scott, I ain't got time to bleed with him.
And me, Paul, Saved Cocktail Constable.
And we're going to be talking about 80s and 90s movies from our childhood.
The greatest cinema era ever.
Sometimes shit happens, someone has to deal with it, and who are you going to call?
Okay, welcome to episode 11. Today we are discussing the 1989 comedy Ghostbusters 2. Now, as some of you are aware, this episode was supposed to be Crocodile Dundee.
G'day.
But due to a small location problem, we've had to put it on hold. Hey, sometimes shit happens. Someone has to deal with it, and who are you going to call?
Not you.
Joining me, once again, are two men. Suck it in, guys, with the 3 Retro Movie Geeks. It's Paul and Scott. Hello, guys.
Hello.
You alright?
Yes.
Good. Good. Been watching any
I'm
films?
just going to move my phone out of the way.
Have I been watching any films?
Any old ones?
Not old ones.
No.
I watched The Intern with Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. I found it very pleasant and very enjoyable, actually. I did not expect that one.
Funny enough, the one time I've actually watched that film was when I was on a plane to New York.
There you go.
It sounds boring. What is it about?
Robert De Niro's retired and he's like 70. He's got nothing going on in his life. He's bored as hell. So he signed up to be an intern, which is usually something.
Okay. Yep.
But it's his experience and how he turns a hard-ass CEO around to be a less hard-ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very good. Good performance by Robert De Niro. But it's not 80s, so we don't care about it.
I watched The Hangover 1, 2 and 3 the other day.
I've not seen 3. I've seen 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Never saw 3. Brilliant. No.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, 3's alright, actually. It got slated a bit, but
Not watched any of them.
they're funny.
But just before we start, we're doing something a little bit different this time. We may or may not do it, but it's a trial run for next week. But we have cameras. We are...
I can't hear you wave, Rob.
No, okay.
We have cameras, so we may or may not publish this on YouTube.
It's a trial run.
It's a trial run, we probably, hopefully will. So yeah.
First time we've done it with clothes on.
Hey, actually, carry on recording. I'm just going to go over here a minute.
Oh, don't take them off. He's not going to take them off, is he? Oh, God.
Or something. Go on, talk amongst yourselves.
Do you reckon... Is he going to be naked?
Well, he is. I'm looking at... I'm trying not to look, but it's in the corner of my eye. He is topless right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Is it hanging out?
I'm not looking.
No, okay. Where's that magnifying glass? Is it? There's one on the table here somewhere, isn't there? Binoculars? Oh. He's back. Oh, well, look at this.
He's got the merch.
It's a merch.
Just trying to show that to the camera.
And again, if we're not showing the camera, he's got a Back to the Future 1, 2 and 3 t-shirt on.
Nice.
So I found this in London. We went to London a couple of weeks ago, so a couple of good friends from America came over. Hi, Mike. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Carol.
They come over for Mike's first time to the UK anyway. They come over and I've known Mike for like 20 odd years and never actually met. So we met up in London and we took them to Camden Market. Wonderful place, great. And there was a shop which was selling loads of sort of bits and bobs like this and pictures and stuff, and saw the t-shirt and I thought, yes, I could do with this for the podcast.
That's cool. I like it.
It's a good film, apparently. Back to the Future.
Oh,
1, 2 and 3. Have you seen it?
I have seen it, yeah.
A couple of times.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
So I got excited. I thought it was our merch when it first came around the, the corner.
No.
One day, we'll get there.
That's getting closer there, isn't it? It's very close now. Oh, hold on. He's gone again.
You set that one up.
Oh. Warm weather having today, Scott.
I won't tell the listeners what you said the other day when I sent you a screenshot of our telly. And I said, oh, look what I'm watching.
Babe Station? Oh, no, it wasn't. Was it? No.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, yeah, okay. We have got a little bit of merch going.
Wow. It's a V-neck as well.
Just a sample, see what it...
That's cool. Nice.
Working on some others.
Yeah, we're working on it.
It's a sample.
Good, I like it.
Work in progress.
Right, Ghostbusters 2, that's what we're here for, isn't it? We better...
I thought we were having a chinwag.
We better start talking about this film. Which one do you prefer? 1 or 2?
2!
You like 2,
I'm going to push the boat out and I say I prefer 2.
Okay.
I have to disagree.
Yeah. 1 was a classic, wasn't it? 2 was more kid-friendly.
Maybe that's why.
Because of the cartoon coming in between, and the cartoon was for kids.
Yeah.
So then when they made 2, they wanted to make it a bit more for kids. But it got slated a bit at the time, but I thought it was quite good.
I enjoyed it watching this last week for doing the podcast.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. There were some scenes which I love that are really good, feel-good scenes as well. And to me, Bill Murray's on even finer form than he was even in the first
He's even more pervy, isn't he?
He's even more pervy. He's even more funny. You watch, not like listen to his jokes and stuff. You watch his facial expressions, some of the things he does, like not part of his dialogue. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. He's funnier in this one, if you ask me. But that's just my personal opinion. I completely understand that people do not agree with me. That's fine.
No, he was good in this. I looked up their ages in this as well, because they're round about, well, maybe not your age, Paul, but they're round about mine and Scott's age. Well, Ernie Hudson was 43, which is my age, which I expect him to be older, but they're not. It's because we're getting older.
How long after the first film?
Maybe we've just
5 years.
aged better.
Yeah.
It does say 5 years later in the thing, so it's exactly 5.
Dan Aykroyd was 36 in this.
Really?
And Howard Ramos was 44. So it's quite a big age gap, isn't there? I always thought they were all the same.
Like me.
Yeah, 5-year age gap, and it's 5 years.
And was anyone 47?
No. Not that I looked up.
No.
No, sorry, Paul. Vigo, he was. Do you know how old Vigo was
The Carpathian.
when he died?
Yes. Is that
47.
No. Well, it is, like the character.
Yeah, the character.
105.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, 105.
Wow.
Yeah, he did it right, didn't he?
Nerd.
Especially for the 17th century. That's quite.
You certainly couldn't turn around and say he's no oil painting.
That's very good. Very good. So the original Dan Aykroyd had the original idea of it not being in New York, because he thought we've been there, done that. So the original idea that he had was it's going to be in Scotland. Dana was going to be kidnapped by like a fairy ring. There's going to be like a banshee involved, and there's going to be a long tunnel, I guess, from America to Scotland. It took them 3 days to get there, and they had to rescue her. That was his original idea.
Wow.
Do you see
Go for it.
a thing with some of these films? Like, I'm going to use Back to the Future. The original ideas were shit.
yeah, they were.
You know what I mean? The idea of a tunnel
Yeah,
ain't going to happen, you know.
and the first draft of this was completely different as well. I can't remember how it went, but it was, again, different characters were coming in. I don't think Dana was going to be in it as much, but anyway, we went with this, and it worked, didn't it?
It worked.
It was good fun. Ivan Reitman once again was director. I think a budget of around 30 million. It took about 215 million in the box office. It's not bad, is it?
Well, it's people say it's later, but it did well enough. That's riding the success of the first film, really, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a Christmas. I can't remember if it was a Christmas film, but it was like a Christmas New Year film, wasn't it?
I think it was because they were singing Happy New Year.
It was, you don't get any Christmas, do you?
No, I think you might see some lights around.
Oh, there's one scene, sorry, that they're running when it's like the montage of them getting back to being...
Yes.
And they've got Christmas hats on.
With the dark suits.
With the dark suits, yeah, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But no, I never got that it was set at Christmas. And not even the fact that they were all singing... aren't they all singing Old Lang Syne?
Old Lang Syne at the end, yeah. Although
I never got that was New Year's Eve.
And it was released in June, which is weird, isn't it?
Right.
You thought they'd released it at Christmas time, but there we go. It was the 7th highest grossing film of 89. I know you love these highest grossing.
Do I need to get my book out?
No, I'm pretty sure around about the 7th. Depends what website you look at, but in the top 10.
I haven't done my Oscar.
Well, for this episode.
Yeah.
Oscar. Well, there was the baby. He's got Oscar.
Yeah, we got the Oscar.
He's gone again.
Yeah, he got his book out.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I can't find it. Just getting his book.
Right.
Here we go.
So, as we're on camera, there's the book.
Nice.
1980, what year was it?
89.
89.
So obviously it was Batman, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Which we've done a few. If you haven't listened to Batman yet, we have covered that one, haven't we?
I totally forgot that we did Batman.
Yeah, and Indiana. Although Indiana Jones, we didn't do this Indiana Jones for 89, did we? Because that was Last Crusade. But yeah, pretty sure it was the 7th. Paul's just flicking through the book.
Carry on.
No, it was the 8th.
Oh, it was the 8th, was it? Well, it depends what website you look at.
So we had it was a big year, 89.
Big year for sequels.
It was actually.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So, just while we're on that subject, what do you think was the highest grossing film of that year?
Well, with Batman. Was it Batman? We said that.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Or Indie.
Pretty sure we said
Batman or Indie, no one knows.
Which one? There's about £60 million, $60 million difference between the two.
A few episodes back, we said Batman, didn't we?
Wow, should have had my book.
Yeah.
Because it was Indiana Jones and Last Crusade.
Okay.
Oh, look, number 3, Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, okay.
Dead Poet Society.
Yeah.
Good year.
There we go. Okay. In it, we've got the cast. It's the same cast as before, with a couple of other new people in it. And Vigo, the 17th century tyrant magician, was Wilhelm van Homburg.
Ah,
what a name, eh? Also called Norbert Gruppe, I think his name is. He had like a stage name. And I didn't know this until I looked it up. It was dubbed.
yeah. Now you mentioned this to me the other day. Now that I watched it, and it is clearly dubbed.
Max von Sydow, his name is.
Yeah. So if that's who I think it is. What's he been in? He was in The Mandalorian.
Right.
When it recently came out. He was also in Minority Report. What else do I know him from?
Is he like a Swedish actor? So was he in those sort of Swedish films that come out a few years back?
Yeah, that's cool, Max von.
And the guy Vigo, the guy who played Vigo, didn't realise it was dubbed. This is what I read until the premiere, and then he stormed out and he realised it wasn't his voice.
Seems a lot like Darth Vader and David Prowse. The same thing that happened to him.
You thought they'd tell him, wouldn't you?
No.
Imagine sitting down, watch his face when he finds
That's
out.
not my voice. Right, sod this.
Yeah, listen to what I say
guys,
here.
I'm going home.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? There we go. And Oscar obviously was 2 babies.
Always 2 babies, twins, so they can kind of work shift when one cries to get the other one out.
That's right. William and Henry.
God, how old are they now?
Deutschendorf. Well, one sadly died a few years back.
Really?
I think he took his own life. That was Henry.
Oh.
So twin babies, and Peter McNichol was Janos. Okay, should we go through Ghostbusters 2?
Go for it.
Absolutely.
Scene by scene.
Okay, got my notes.
No Die Hard links this week.
Yes,
there is.
Oh.
Well, we're only doing them for this episode and the next one, and I'm stopping them because you can't have too much of a good thing.
So, listeners, if you want to continue the Die Hard link,
they could Instagram us it.
Or you Die Hard link or any link to any previous films.
Well,
so,
got an easy one this week. But
yeah,
go. Okay.
It starts off at a party, doesn't it?
Yep.
Well, you think you don't know it's a party. It sounds like they're coming to investigate or bust some ghosts. How many of them? About 14. How big are they? About 3-4 foot high. And they're not busting ghosts. They're a kids' party. But the mother of the kids is the newsreader in Die Hard.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that.
Do you have a different Die Hard link?
I got a different one.
Oh my God.
I see. And she's also the woman in Lethal Weapon as well.
Better sound the alarm, Paul.
We haven't done Lethal Weapon yet. I thought we'd done Lethal Weapon for some reason.
Sound the alarm. So I'll do my one now then.
All right.
Vigo was in Die Hard.
Who was he in Die Hard?
He was one of the German henchmen. He was Hans Gruber's henchman.
Which one?
James. I even know his name.
James.
Wow.
James.
He's not the one who sat on the chair and he goes
it's
up,
not him.
ho,
No.
I thought it was the
ho.
one with long hair.
I don't think you would spot it unless you're looking out for it. If that makes
Oh,
sense.
that's cool.
So he is, yeah.
Okay, so when I edit this, I'll see if I can put up a picture
Yeah, put
in
a
the
picture of
corner.
him. There he is. And you can tell it's in his face, but obviously he has, I think.
Well, yeah, because
So we've got the newsreader and one of the henchmen.
Yep.
Ghostbusters 2 and Die Hard.
There we go.
I'm impressed.
And they go, who are you going to call? And the kids go, He-Man.
He-Man! Was the fact that you told me the other day?
Yeah.
Well, you told me that it was Hulk in a different region.
Yeah, in a different, I don't know what other country it was done in, but they said, who you going to call? And the kids shouted out Hulk.
How does that rhyme?
And-
Hulk.
You know the little
Hulk.
boy who goes up to...
I recognise him.
You got it.
No, I don't know who he is though. Who is
So
he?
the boy who goes up to him and says, "My dad says you
Yeah.
guys are full of crap."
Yeah.
Is Jason Reitman. So it's the son, of the director.
Oh,
yeah,
what's
director.
Jason Reitman been in?
So he has done
Probably anything his dad's done.
Afterlife.
Of course.
He's directed Afterlife and Juno, and so he's a director. Yeah,
I reckon he's
And he's also
acted in
directing
as well.
the new Firehouse one, isn't he? I believe as
Yeah.
well.
bit of nepotism there, and also Ivan Reitman's daughter, so Jason Reitman's sister, is the little girl. A couple of scenes on when she's holding a puppy and Egon's doing the experiments.
Right.
There we go.
Right.
Look out for that if you're watching it again.
So after the party scene, where you find out that they are kind of 5 years. It's not been good for them. They've been stiffed on the bill, as Peter Bateman puts it.
Yeah. All got different lives going on, haven't they?
All have got different lives. Ray's a cult.
Yeah.
What are the others doing? So, it never says what Winston's doing.
No, well, Winston and Ray. I guess they're doing that party thing.
They're
aren't
doing the
they?
party thing, yeah,
But this
yeah.
I thought
Holiday
about.
season.
This is mental. They saved the world from ghosts, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then 5 years later, they're doing kids' parties.
Yeah, that's it. There are no more ghosts left because they rid the world of ghosts for that 5 years.
Yeah, but you find
no more ghost busting, no more business.
Yeah.
they were stitched over, weren't they, by the mayor or the mayor's
They got
mayor's
sued
office?
by everybody.
He said he basically didn't believe in it all. Like, did he not watch Ghostbusters? That man
Remember what happened 5 years ago?
flying around everything. They were...
So, who else do you see? You see.
So Venkman is a chat show host.
World of the Psychics. That's a brilliant.
That
scene.
goes to the scene, and then you've got it's the guy from Transformers.
Yeah.
The dad.
He's been in quite a few.
Can't think of his name now. And that's all of them, isn't it? Louis is a lawyer. Louis the lawyer.
Oh yeah, Lewis Tully's a lawyer. Egon's in academia. He's studying human psychology and experiments on people, but in social aspects.
Dana Barrett's been very busy. She's been
busy.
married, divorced, had a baby, back on back on the pool again, back on dating again.
Back dating. She got a job as an art restoration, art restoration, and then was going back to the cello.
Yeah, there's a bit of both.
So that was a bit, well, I don't know, unbelievable. She's done all that in 5 years.
And we do see her in the museum, don't we, where she's working. This is when we first see the painting of Vigo, the 17th century tyrant, a magician.
I guess we also skipped the first bit that kind of set the scene of Dana's, Dana's pram going walkabouts. Drive through the slime. You don't know what it is at that time.
No, of course.
And it goes running around New York, dodging taxis and all sorts, and finally comes to a stop.
Yeah.
And she says to him, "What is going on?"
I know. She hasn't much luck, does she?
No.
Also, she has a weirdo after in the first one, Louis, and in the second one, she's got old Janos after her.
Yeah.
Poor old Dana. So we're introduced to Janos and Vigo, and then Ray is in his bookstore.
Ray's a cult.
So watching Ray in the bookshop, it come to me obviously the same scene as in Afterlife.
Yes, they've played on that very much so.
No, I haven't seen
Ghost Ray's a cult going, didn't he?
Yeah. I haven't seen Ghostbusters 2 for a long time. Until obviously putting the two together when with Afterlife and stuff. It then
I remember now. So he is in
the trailer was a big thing where you don't see him but you hear him pick up and go Ray's a cult, and everyone goes, "Oh, Ray's back!"
Yeah, because that's before they sort of announced the original cast.
Yeah.
Venkman finds out that Ray and Egon are helping out Dana, don't they?
Yeah. My Dana.
Yeah.
And they go and investigate. They go around to her apartment.
Yep.
And
inspect the room and the baby.
The whole group's back together again. The band's back together.
Yeah.
Apart from Winston, who's shafted, really, isn't he?
I do feel sorry for him.
He's left out a lot.
Yeah. Like the first one, I understand because he joined. They needed more help, so he wasn't in the start because he wasn't part of it. And then this one, again, he's in some scenes and he's not in some scenes. Yeah, guys inspect the baby.
All the funny kind of things, just like, it's not going to hurt, is it? Oh no! And they pull out like a really big sharp
I've done it before
instruments.
on a chimp or something.
I like to run gynecological tests on the mother. Who wouldn't?
You would not know. It's like, come on, Pete.
Yeah,
He's trying to be professional.
Bateman is, again, I think he's even funnier in this one for some reason.
Yeah, he is good. Then they go to the street, don't they, and start to dig up the...
Yeah, so they follow the slime around, don't they? And they take them down to where it all happened. That's where Dana...
Yeah.
And then they decide to just, I don't know, dig in the street. They've got some sort of sensor that senses all the vibes.
PKE.
And then they start digging.
Yeah.
Completely unallowed, unpermitted.
Yeah.
They just start digging. And again, they're doing their skit of...
There was so much of this film was filmed in Los Angeles. I mean, I know the inside the firehouse is a firehouse in Los Angeles. But even like the street scene when they're digging up the road, I mean, that was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, okay. Like in LA, the buildings didn't seem as tall.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of YouTube videos, on location, where they were filmed, and they're filmed in Los Angeles. Like you say, the buildings aren't as tall, and
That's Firehouse 23, wasn't it? Was the inside? Remember we covered that in our first episode.
Yeah.
And the scene with the kids' party, was the same building as Firehouse 23, but a few stories above.
Oh right,
Which is quite cool.
didn't have far to go then.
No,
it's not very big.
no. Vigo sort of comes to life, doesn't he, and tells...
That he can be reborn. So get me a baby so I can be reborn.
Baby. So when
baby?
Does that mean he's going to then become the... okay, at the end we know that he starts to transform into the baby. Does that mean then he's going to be that age? He's going to be a baby?
I don't know. It was never really...
Yeah. That would be weird, wouldn't it?
I guess he was.
He's got to wait for him to go up.
He was, because Janusz talks to Dana about it at the end. He's just saying it's like, we'll raise him as the new world leader.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's not like he's just going to turn straight away into an adult and then start...
he's going to be a baby.
He's going to be a baby, then we've got to wait 30 years for him to...
re-rule the world.
Yeah, that'd be a drag, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. They dig up the street, and who is it? Goes down.
Ray goes down.
That's it.
Ray goes down. It's a slime. It's a river of slime. And then they're getting pulled over by cops, and Con Ed, the power and water and power kind of people.
Yeah.
And Bateman's trying to blag it. What did I say to you? The phone lines are over there. What did I say to you?
Put on the New York accent.
Yeah. Who told you to stop digging? That's brilliant. So they get a sample. They quickly cut Ray up.
Yeah, because he's starting to get dragged by the pink slime, isn't he? You see the pink slime, the
evil slime.
That was filmed as they had like a massive tub of pink slime. It sort of went round and revolved round, and as he was coming down, that was like a painting. Which we've had this quite a few films now. It's a matte painting, and then they put it over it. So that was quite clever. But you watch it does look pretty cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Very convincing.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. They knock out the power.
One cable takes out all of Manhattan Island by the sounds of it.
And Los Angeles.
You see the Twin Towers. All these films, you keep seeing the Twin Towers. It's so sad, but any 80s film, it's New York. Straight away, it's that, isn't it?
Yeah. Knock out the power, and then the next thing, they're in court, right?
Yeah, they're in court.
They just cut straight to that. They're in court.
With the three guys. So again, Winston's not there, but he's next to them, but he's not part of the crime that happened, I suppose, is it? So he is starting to
goes up and he says something to him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You got Judge Wexler or Bexler, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He's called the Hammer.
Oh, yes,
He's called the Hammer.
It's one of my quiz questions.
Whee!
Right, let me write that down. Give me the pen.
Well, I've already answered it.
Who's the quickest?
Hammer.
MC Hammer.
Jim
And then
touches.
Louis, this great line which I've written down.
actually do tax law.
Yeah. It's not fair to call these clients frauds. Blackout was a problem for everybody. I was stuck in an elevator for 2 hours, but I don't blame them because once I turned into a dog and they helped me. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, That's brilliant.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, they know it's like short and pointless.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, great Lewis. Short and pointless.
He's great. I wish he was in it a bit more. He was so... They could have a spin-off film with him, couldn't you? He was good.
I'd like to have seen him come back in the new ones. Maybe with Firehouse, maybe he will come back for a cameo.
He was asked for the 2016 one and Afterlife.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go in that
But
2016.
because he said he didn't like two... He had a thing about Ghostbusters 2, even after all these years.
You didn't like it? Or?
Yeah, and he didn't want to come back. I know he was looking after his wife that was ill, so he didn't act. That's why he stopped acting. But they asked him to come back, and he said that
But maybe after Afterlife and seeing what they've managed to do with it, maybe he will come back for Firehouse. Cause
he came back for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 3, which was awful, straight to VHS.
not seen that.
God.
Yeah, it was terrible. But maybe because he was the main guy in that anyway. Slime reacts, doesn't
Slime reacts to... They get given the sentence that they're basically condemned to all sorts of fines and in the state penitentiary on Rikers Island or Strikers Island, whatever it's called. And then the slime's reacting to the hammer, and you kind of, the Ghostbusters see what's going on, and they get underneath the desk, and basically two ghosts pop out of the slime.
The Scaleri brothers.
Scaleri brothers.
This was good effects, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's scary because they're under the desk and the ghost picks up the desk and so their face is right there.
And because they were in their electric chairs as well, it makes it creepy. And then we find out the judge...
sitting down.
Done them for murder.
Yeah.
They got the look of them from the Blues Brothers. If you look, one's slightly bigger, one's smaller.
They pick up the prosecutor.
Yes, that lady.
And take her out.
Yeah.
Do we ever see her again?
She's gone. She's history.
I don't know. I think they just drop her down. I remember seeing she had like stockings.
I thought she went out and the door shuts behind her.
Out the door. I don't think you ever see her again.
The door shuts behind them.
Yeah,
door shuts and they come back through, don't they? Yeah.
They don't open the door. They don't need to.
No, because they're ghosts.
So they put on the
go through it.
the proton packs.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. So the judge says, "You got to do something." And it's like, well, no, talk to my attorney. We've got a judicial restraintsman order, which means that they guys can't expose themselves.
You realise, yes, we've won a case. And then they,
yes.
He gets excited, doesn't he? They say they don't actually say. I'll tell you in a minute when they say proton packs, because proton packs is never mentioned through the first film, and only towards the end of the second film, which I'll tell you when they first say proton pack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Perhaps they say put on the gear or something. I don't know what they say, but I'll tell you when we come to it.
But another funny bit is Do Re He gone. Which is brilliant.
You can get it on t-shirts.
Oh, that's great.
in there. What's it supposed to be in? Do Re
Mi.
Oh, okay. From Sound of... Is that from Sound of Music?
Do Re Mi So La Fa Ti or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I just thought it was didn't rhyme.
Yeah, Sound of Music. Julie
Do
Andrews.
Re Mi. So it's supposed to be like Do Re Mi, but it's Do Re E God.
Yeah, because he says Ray.
So it's thinking that Peter's name is Doe. Anyway,
that's funny. And then we get a montage. We love a montage.
Yeah, so after they capture the Scaleri brothers,
we see them doing
back in business, and they're doing they're back in business montage of I Ain't Afraid of No Ghosts. Kind of that almost 90s kind of rappy.
Yeah.
I Ain't Afraid of No Ghost. They capture
the dark suits, which we mentioned.
Marathon runners, marathon runner ghosts. They capture in like some sort of jewelry store, which they absolutely screw it up and drop all the jewelry.
Have you seen the runner ghost? He checks his watch and checks his pulse just before he gets caught.
Yeah.
And Slimer in the...
Slimer's back, and so again, kind of like reminiscent of the cartoon, isn't it? Where Slimer lives at the station house.
Yeah. Now there was going to be, because in that scene when we see Slimer, we see Louis just come up to it, don't we?
Yeah.
And he's doing some work, and then he looks up and Slimer's there. Now there was a lot of cut scenes where Louis tries to catch Slimer. So this is why they showed that, and then they took a lot more out. And then towards the end, he's on the bus, isn't he? Because he's trying to prove himself to be a Ghostbuster. But
he chats to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, but they took it all out. But obviously, Slimer, as you say in the cartoon, he went down so well in the cartoon. This is why they brought him back.
Yeah.
From the film. And incidentally, Louis, after this film, then appeared in the cartoons. He wasn't in it until this film. Yeah.
Nice telling.
Which, you got to have him in there, haven't you?
So, what happens next then?
They experiment with the slime, didn't they?
Oh, with the
Great
toaster,
sign.
dancing toaster.
Yeah, and they sort of shout. They realise that anger reacts to slime.
Psychoreactive substance.
You worthless piece of slime! You ignorant, disgusting blob!
You have a weak chemical bond or something like that.
You have an unstable short chain molecule.
Yes, yeah.
And then you foul, obnoxious muck. And then they realise. And did he say? And then we tried the opposite or something.
Yeah, we tried positive.
Are you sleeping with it?
Yeah. You're not sleeping with it,
Yeah.
you? And then Egon kind of looks bashful.
Oh, baby.
You hound.
Yeah.
It's always the quiet ones.
Yeah. When they went sleep, they went taking it to bed and sleeping with it, or are they
This is up to
American Pie in it?
This is up to us to.
McDonald's or homemade?
As a kid, I thought he was like generally just like sleeping next to it, like lullabies.
Yeah, I was
But
wondering
as
that.
an adult, you realise
Surely he's not-
You hound.
Yeah.
It's always the quiet ones. That's what they're implying.
I wonder. He can't be shagging the
I
slime,
think
can he?
Egon's shagging the slime.
My God. Oh.
Only Egon. A brilliant scene though with the old toaster. They put it in the
Yes.
toaster and they get it to put some to Jackie Wilson,
That's it.
and it's dancing.
And the song is
Higher and higher.
Love, whiskey. Yes, it me higher. That's the one. I won't sing.
No,
Different version at the end.
We had enough of your
It is different.
karaoke last
There's a
weekend.
remix.
Yes, different version at the end.
The original Jackie Wilson one was using this scene,
Yeah.
which was lush.
And the toaster like
Dances.
and then toast pops out.
Yeah.
I didn't get that bit because was there bread in there? Then he put the slime in it.
yeah, this you just never really
Or did the
explained,
slime turn into toast?
did it? No, either way, it's screwed up.
Oh, I thought that was quite funny.
The editing people just said, "Oh, no one will notice."
Yeah.
Just 40 years later, when some guys are doing a podcast on it.
So once they finished shagging the slime, this is something I didn't think I'd be saying today. Venkman visits Dana at work.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that bit? And he's going in there.
Oh, he does this photograph.
He starts taking the piss out of Vigo,
Yeah.
doesn't he? But they don't know anything about. No, she says, I think this picture's.
Yeah, so this is they go in and they get introduced to the photo, and Peter's taking pictures and pretending he's a model photographer, and
Reminds me of Austin Powers when he
Yeah.
gets the camera and he starts
Yeah.
going, "Work it, baby. You're an animal. You're an animal."
yeah. I think from then they start putting the name Vigo through their kind of
Yeah, because there wasn't a
It's
real link, was there, between that painting and the slime?
no
They just-
until a scene or two later from this,
Right.
where they're kind of they create quite scary photos. Actually, they're putting through spectrograms and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and you see Vigo with like a living
Yeah.
aura around it, and then the river of slime.
And that's when they realise
And Ray
it.
goes, I know what that is. That's the river of slime. I've been there. So there's the link, and then they realise that the two are connected.
That scene actually was put in after, and they realised they needed a few more scary, spooky scenes.
There are some really scary scenes in there. One of this we just mentioned is Dana having a bath with Oscar. Getting ready.
Oh, when the bath
Which is next.
goes
Yeah,
all...
I remember that. That creeped me out. man.
Terrifying.
Yeah. You watch it now, it's hilarious how that you can just so see it's like, well, how it was done back
CG,
then.
well,
Yeah.
probably not CG, but
But it just is this thing because
Yeah.
going after her, and
She takes her top off, doesn't she?
oh, the old Sigourney Weaver. She did it in Alien, and she does it in.
She wasn't meant to do it. She just did it
really.
on. Yeah, apparently she just took her top, which is a natural thing. You don't want the top to get wet. You can understand it, you know. And then so I was. Here we go. The bra stayed on though.
Yeah, but I stayed on.
Oh, boo boo.
the boobies.
The scary bits, like there's a bit where during the blackout, Janusz visits Dana,
Oh yeah.
and he closes the door, and his eyes are really
Yeah.
kind of scarily and terrifying and stuff.
Well, he'd been zapped, hadn't he, at that point,
He'd been
from the
zapped,
from the
Vigo
painting.
zapped him, yeah.
And if you need anything, it's like a really
Yeah.
weird accent.
He's like the creepy... Well, he was. It's kind of a bit like Rick Moranis in the first film, because he was sort of kind of creepy going round,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Because he went round because the TV was loud,
Yeah.
and he climbed out and
He just
disconnected it, so everyone,
Yeah.
you know. So
But
maybe
then
she
Janusz
just,
was actually after the kid and not her, wasn't
Yeah.
maybe just she attracts creepy men.
Yeah.
he? Yeah. She doesn't have a lot of luck with men.
His accent, I read he got that accent from a film he did with Meryl Streep. And it was called Sophie's Choice.
Oh, I've heard
And
of
she
Sophie's Choice.
played, I guess it was like some Eastern European person, I think. And if you watch a clip from that, her voice is similar to what it is. When he was in that film as well with her, a lot younger version. Also, he was in Was he in Ally McBeal?
He was in Ally McBeal, yeah.
Never watched it.
No, I never watched it, but it was massive, wasn't it?
Everything in the 90s.
Late 90s, wasn't it? Yeah.
Called Callista Flockhart.
Mrs. Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, yeah.
They're still together?
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Yeah, that was been together a long time.
Yeah. So this is when they realise, as you say, that there is a link between the slime and when they get the phone call, don't they? That Dana's been attacked by a bathtub.
Yeah.
With slime. And they get a great line.
That's great. Yes. I mean, not for Dana, but...
Do you think there's a connection between vegan and slime? Is the atomic weight of cobalt 58.9?
I thought that was going to be a
quiz question.
So I wrote that one down. I revised that bit. But.
The same as saying the bear's shit in woods, isn't it? That was good.
Is that before or after they're developing those photos and they spontaneously combust, which was, again, very terrifying?
Yeah, I don't think I'm up to the photos, but yeah, I think that might be coming up. But yeah, because Dana goes to Venkman's then, doesn't she? Because she's panicked. She panics.
Well, it all kind of happens at the same time, doesn't it? Because they're developing the photos they took when they went to the museum.
Yeah.
So, and those two are developing them, and obviously Ray's doing his thing and then goes round to Dana's.
Yeah. They take the pictures in the next scene coming up, I think. But yeah. When those pictures are spooky, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a living presence there.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Imagine that, taking a picture of something and then developing it and then seeing like it all.
Aura.
Yeah. Creepy. Just be on your phone these days, wouldn't it?
So, Dana and Peter are going out on a date.
Yeah, they're at the apartment before. This scene's funny. I just quickly, because it's made me laugh. Dana says, I ought to go and put him down, Venkman.
Yeah.
And he says,
sure?
Yeah, sure, your belly button sticks out.
Too far, and you're a terrible burden on your mother.
Yeah. I'll put him down. That was good.
I still use that to this day. Do you want to put him down? Oh, yeah, I'll put it down. You smell. Yeah.
You keep, puking up everywhere.
Yeah, you're sick everywhere. We don't sleep because of you.
So then the guys visit the museum because that's when they think, and then they take the photos. Yeah, that's it. That comes up next. And then the next day, Dana goes out on a date. She just had a baby attacked by a ghost, and the next day it's like
the power of Venkman's smoothness and charmingness.
I wouldn't. That baby wouldn't be out of my sight.
Yeah, absolutely.
You imagine that? Even put it in a different room. If my baby got attacked from a ghost.
Well, she wasn't originally going to do it, was she? But then Venkman persuaded her because it was members of his staff.
Yeah. Good
which
point.
Probably.
Still, like, especially what happened 5 years earlier.
Yeah. They get a funny scene where they're just about to catch a cab, aren't they? And the Ghostbusters pull up. We're just about to go out on a date. Never mind that, we're going to go down to the sewers and check for more slime. Dana, the guys are not. The guys want to go down and check for the sewer for some slime. Do you want to...
Extra cockroaches around or something?
Yeah. You don't think there's a surge in the cockroach breeding population. Do you want to bump off this meal and going out with them? Women. She
didn't want to. Unbelievable, eh? That's good.
This is as far as I got. So my research hasn't been too good with this. I watched it last night and I got this far before I started falling asleep.
Okay, so
just because it was late at night.
Right, the guys go underground now.
Yeah, so I got past this scene. And this was scary as well. The whole echo. Winston.
Yeah. Well, it's a different tunnel to last, wasn't it? Because this was a train tunnel.
Railway tracks, yeah.
The other one was like a pneumatic...
The old pneumatics railway line.
Yeah. And this was a proper train one, yeah.
But that Winston.
Yeah, that's creepy, isn't it?
Terrifying.
This is the other scene that's put in after. Because
why did they pick Winston?
Yeah.
Probably because I haven't been in much of the film so far.
He gets shafted in this film.
He does, doesn't he? So this is the bit when they hear the voices and they get a bit spooked. This is the first time you hear the word proton pack.
Right.
When Egon says we better go back and get our proton packs. Which you just think it's used all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
But it's not.
Unlicensed nuclear accelerator. That's what they used in the first film, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Again, you think it's always been used. And the ghost train and the heads on the sticks.
Yeah. And the ghost train that runs through Winston. Poor Winston again. So it must have been the old 1940 train number 425 or something that derailed and killed.
Yeah.
Did you get
the number?
Did you get the number? Sorry. Must have missed it.
Yeah, he does look a bit spooked there, doesn't he? And
So
then,
I'm on going purely now memory.
okay, they
from
fall in the slime. Winston's trying to get plumb the depth, whatever it's called, and
That's it.
it drags him in.
Does it drag all three of them in?
It drags him in, and the other two decide to jump in and
Right.
follow him.
And do they get carted to a different?
Yeah, you sort of drag around a corner, you see him disappear, and then the next scene is they're coming up with slime covered on them.
And they're almost killing each other
Yes.
because it is negatively charged psychoactive substance.
It's like Harry Potter when he's carrying the Horcrux. Isn't it?
Yeah.
But they notice straight away. It's like, oh, take your clothes off. Venkman didn't get slimed, didn't he? I think part of his contract was he wasn't. I'll do the film if I don't have to be covered in slime. And,
Yeah, I imagine.
But they take their clothes off, but they still got slime in their hair and face.
Yeah.
So I mean, you haven't really sort of solved
I
it.
thought that.
Well, it does solve it, but in the story of the film, but
Yeah.
you know, they still got it on
to
them.
negate the effects of the psychoactive
Yeah.
slime.
Take
They
your
go to
clothes
the
off.
restaurant now, don't they?
Yes, they go to the restaurant to find
Dana and Pete and
and Venkman, because they're on their date, aren't they? Janine is babysitting Louis at the time. Not babysitting Louis. Janine and Louis are babysitting Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting their leg over on the sofa.
Yeah.
I thought Janine looked quite nice in this clip.
You're all by yourself there,
I
pal.
thought she looked. I checked her out and I thought, Janine.
Nah.
Did you notice how her appearance had changed from the first film
Oh yeah.
to the second
It's got
film?
like that bob.
Because the cartoon again.
Yeah.
In the cartoon, she was like that. So then they made her hair a bit more shorter. Different earrings in. One was a circle on one ear and a triangle on the other, which was quite cool.
Didn't notice that.
Yeah.
You watch it very
I was
carefully.
checking out Janine when I. Janine just reminds me of whenever someone says Janine, reminds me of EastEnders.
Yeah.
Janine, Janine, come down here, Janine. No,
No.
No.
Watch you stand up.
get out of my pub.
Yeah, I know what you're on
Get out
about.
of my pub, you slag. Anyway, back to Ghostbusters. Yes, they're babysitting, and the slime. Yeah, they go to the restaurant. That's what we said, didn't it?
You go to the restaurant.
Big yawn there. Remember on camera?
Yeah, I know.
You're on camera. You're
Fling.
supposed to be looking your best, my friend.
Flings it. I've got a 3-month-old baby. I'm not looking my best at any time. Flings it the stuff across the room, doesn't it?
Yeah, which I put a meme on Instagram the other day. The woman who gets slimed when he flicks it is the same woman who sells the almanac in Back to the
It's a
Future.
Back to the Future reference.
I haven't looked it up, but I saw it on there. Yeah. There we go.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. They fix the slime and they realise that there's shit's going to hit the fan, don't they, basically?
Yeah, the slime is getting bigger and bigger and bigger because because it's New York.
Yeah.
One of the harshest places to live.
That's it, yeah. So they go and see the mayor. And who is the doorman at the mayor's mansion?
Who is the doorman?
Do you know? I should say.
No.
He done a song for the film.
Oh, yes. Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he opens it and he sort of says, "Oh, I love you guys. Can I have one of the old proton packs or something?" As they walk in, something like that.
Yeah, my kid will love it or something.
Yeah, that's it. And he's only 20, Bobby Brown.
Really?
In 1989. Yeah, I thought he'd been around ages then, but he obviously, he wasn't. There we go.
See, back then I can still only think of one song of his. I can't think what it's called.
Did he do? That's My Prerogative. Was that Bobby Brown?
That was Bobby Brown. Oh,
Two Better Game is all I remember.
Two
That
Better Game,
was
that's the one.
90s, that one. But
Was that 90s, was it?
yeah, mid-90s. Yeah, if you go to Butlin's 90s weekends, that's played like every other song. Yeah, so they go see the mayor, and is he sort of for them now? But the other guy,
Yeah, the other guy's trying to keep him away from him.
yeah, and he chucks him in straitjackets, doesn't he, and puts him in a
Mental institution.
yes, so that he doesn't want them to come out. Does he just hide them away?
Yeah.
And then isn't that then when it's all kind of then sort of goes all haywire? Everything starts happening again.
Yes, because they're stuck underground in some sort of mental institution, as you say, and then Vigo again says, "Go and get the baby." And
This is terrifying. Scene
Yeah.
with the
Oh, the baby goes out the
Sky
window.
Nanny.
Yeah, I didn't realise till I watched this again that was Janos.
Yeah, I've always wondered if it was or not, because it's Janos dressed up as a woman.
Yes.
With scary glowy eyes.
Yeah, I just thought it was an old
and
creepy
a massive, long, extendable arm. Very terrifying. That's another way. So they do hit some wicked horror points in this movie. Scary enough.
Any ghost around the baby is always scary, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But it tracks
You're not
them.
going to sleep tonight now, are you, Scott?
Oh, I'll be fine. She sleeps
give me a
in
call.
another room now.
Give me a call, mate. I'll come around with Paul. We'll sort them out.
I'll bring the microphones. We can do another podcast or something if you can't sleep.
The slime starts to spread, doesn't it? And montage number 2.
Of all the different things.
This is one of my favourite
Is this
scenes.
the one where the fur coat comes alive?
Yes.
This was meant to be in Ghostbusters 1.
What, the fur
The
coat?
fur coat?
Yeah, this is meant to be in Ghostbusters 1, but they used it in... I don't know why they didn't use it. Yeah, like mink coat, isn't it?
Yeah.
It runs across the
Goes running off across the... This is brilliant.
the
I love
mink coat.
I love the bit where he's on the footing to the police,
Yep.
and he says down at the harbour, and he says,
Oh.
"The Titanic's just arrived."
Titanic's just
And I think that's fantastic. And then he just turns and say, "Well, better late than never."
Better than never. That's quite clever scenes. Very creepy, and
Yeah.
the ghosts are walking out the.
You can see the big hole.
And there's a scene with a cinema with all this goo coming down, and the film that's on that is called Cannibal Girls, and that was one of Ivan Reitman's first ever films that he directed. Little fact for you there. Go back and check it out.
I didn't see Jack or Rose coming off the Titanic.
No, that's because they went underneath it.
Oh yeah, but they would have come back this year.
Oh, they could have come back. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Titanic's just
That'd be
arrived.
brilliant.
Yeah.
They should like in some of the Star Wars films, they redone the end, reshot. Was it Return of the Jedi? And they got Hayden Christensen. They should redo that with
Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio.
walking along as a cameo. What do you reckon?
Surely we must have talked about Hayden Christensen and that version when we did Return of the Jedi.
We did.
Okay, I thought we did.
Yes, we did. We covered that.
Of course we did. We uncover everything.
We're the 3 retro movie geeks.
Yeah.
We are bloody brilliant, aren't we? Remember that, Scott?
Vaguely.
Come on.
Yeah.
What? Remember how
slime-
brilliant we are.
Oh yeah, I remember how brilliant we are. The slime takes over the art museum.
Yes.
That's where it's kind of all concentrated around.
Yeah, they managed to get the Ghostbusters out because the mayor he realises that Matey Boy stuck him in the mental place.
Yeah.
You idiot, you're fired. And then he goes in there and they come out and Bobby Brown's song comes on. Yeah, and as you say, it's covered the... It's weird, isn't it? It's just like a pink... It doesn't even look like slime. It's like a great big pink... I don't know what, but...
Looks like that pink
Blister,
goo stuff. You get the kids getting like a little jar,
Yeah.
plastic container, and you lob it at the wall.
But they come out, and they can't... They can't
get through it.
break it down, can
Everyone's cheering for them, they get escorted. Police escort all the way.
Ghostbusters.
And this is on New Year's Eve as well.
Yeah,
Everyone's
New Year's Eve.
working on New Year's Eve like the mayor is and stuff.
they? Yeah.
And they try their proton packs on it.
Nothing's
and
happening.
Nothing.
And the crowd and they start to boo a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, boo.
Maybe they should
Turn
just
on
cross
really
the
quickly,
streams.
don't they?
Yeah. Actually, what did they think of crossing the streams? It worked before, didn't it?
Don't
Well, yeah,
cross the streams.
There we go. And then they think of something that, weirdly, they think of something that could be...
how did it get so bad? And it's a message about, again, just being nice to each other and
Yeah.
not being so down and mean and everything like that. And we need a symbol of hope,
This is mental.
yeah. And they just look down at their number plate, isn't it?
Yeah, look at number plate and see the...
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty.
And bonkers, completely bonkers. But if you're 10 years old and you're watching this, it's quite clever and it's quite funny. Until they steer it with a Nintendo controller.
So they positively they spray all the insides with positively charged slime.
That's it. It's slime time.
Let's get up to the top. Tink. That's it.
Have you seen it when Ray's doing it? And he's like, is that supposed to be taking the mick out of Hannibal? Because he's got a cigar in
He
his
looks
mouth.
so much like
and
Hannibal.
he says something, I can't think what it is.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, basically, you might as well have just said that.
Yeah, he looks great.
And I reckon because he was doing the gun, I reckon they said this maybe his friend at the time or something. But
yeah, they get the positive charge. They get at the top, and then they start Well, no, they have to turn on Jackie Wilson first.
Yeah,
for all the speakers.
different version.
But not, higher and higher.
I've got
a different version.
By
A remix version.
Howard Huntsbury.
Howard Huntsbury.
There we go. And they're using the Walkman.
Yeah. It's only Walkman and a
Which is cool.
Nintendo control stick.
This is so 80s, isn't
Or the
it?
power stick or whatever
Brilliant.
it's called. Oh, it's brilliant.
Did you have that controller?
No, I never had a Nintendo back then. I had a Sega.
So was that like a bigger version? I remember having a
Yeah,
Sega
you got
one.
the pad, and then you had the because our arcade was all the thing. You were able to get a joystick and things.
Yeah, I had one for the Sega. It had it was basically a big pad. With
Yeah.
And that was well cool. And you could like fire even quicker with it and stuff like that. There we go.
It's good to see, and she starts moving.
Yeah, she
walking
goes in the
across the water.
Now, I looked up, the water depth between there and there is about 30, 40 feet. It's not very deep.
Right.
Statue of Liberty is 300 feet high. And so it's basically up to her head, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So really that probably come to like her knee when they walked across there.
Mm.
So the physics was all...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it would have probably washed away all the slime, so it wouldn't be positive.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the slime, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't really
stopped
work.
halfway through. And then...
It doesn't really work, but still, it's all a bit of fun, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's it, yeah, sorry, I'm thinking way too much about this. Number one, the film's about ghosts.
Yeah.
Rob's thinking too much.
And again, another
Surprise,
police
surprise.
escort with the Statue of Liberty walking through the street, just like the Marshmallow Man. Now, what would have been good is Marshmallow Man versus the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
How good would that have been?
Could have walked that back, couldn't they?
Could have been a massive monster, kind of like Power Rangers kaiju fight. That'd be
But all they used the Statue of Liberty for was smashing the roof.
yeah, they just did it to get.
It's
Yeah,
not
because
like
it goes
they
up
needed-
and
It just goes,
It's not like they needed that to kill the ghosts with its
which would
power.
have been cool. Yeah, we wanted to see a massive fight with the Statue of
Yeah.
Liberty, didn't we?
Just get a cherry picker. That's what
yeah,
I've done.
yeah, it could have just got through the roof.
Highly
But maybe
cherry
it
picker.
needed all the positive energy that the Statue of Liberty kind of
Rob,
Yeah.
promotes.
stop thinking.
Get a cherry. It's been a lot easier. They wouldn't
Yeah.
have to. Yeah.
So they rope down.
Yeah, but if they got the cherry picker, how would they still get through it? Because the cherry picker wouldn't be able to necessarily reach over
Yeah, because they
and go down, whereas it was her arm physically.
get a big cherry picker. Then they
Yeah, massive
also
crane.
that baby was right in the middle. Luckily,
No, the
Dana-
glass landed
Yeah,
on
she
it.
grabbed that out of the way. Grabbed the baby out of
A
the
bit
way.
reckless on the old Ghostbusters
Yeah,
part.
they abseil down and they like.
SAS.
Yep.
And at this time, all in the background, I forgot what Lewis is trying to be a
Yes.
Ghostbuster, was running through New York catching buses.
That's it. Slime and driving.
Gotta be fast. Gotta be reflexes like a cat, or something like that. And he arrives, doesn't he? When they're all in, and basically, yeah. So what happens next here? We'll talk about that. He arrives. He's outside the front, and everyone's going, "Go on, Lewis!" He's got his little ear warmers
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I thought, he wears his ear warmers. It's like a Ghostbuster kill him.
Yeah.
My ears are a bit cold.
Yeah.
But I do wear those in New York.
Do they?
I mean,
Oh, it's cold, man.
It is. I mean, we went for New Year. They even NYPD had NYPD
Okay.
earmuffs.
Like over here, it's like 4-year-old.
I mean, they're not
girls,
big.
isn't it, the way-
They're not big fluffy ones. You know, they're sort of nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, they wear them over there. I mean, it's a thing. It's fashion.
Yeah, there we go. And they dive in, don't they? And they can't kill Vigo, can they? They try and... He's a bit too strong for them.
Do they put the blasters on?
Yeah, they put the slime. They try to slime him and do all this, and he gets him, and he's basically got one over on them, and he's got him on the floor.
Yeah. And he walks out of the picture.
Yeah, he comes out of the painting. Yeah, bit creepy, but yeah. So it's all going his way until this reminds me of Elf. You know when they're singing at the end.
Yeah.
And you've got to believe in Father Christmas. For him to,
It's so much like Alf, isn't it?
and they're singing, and all of a sudden he starts.
He's got the painting
dying.
in his hands.
Yeah. And you can hear Old Lang Syne, whereas in Elf they could hear Santa Claus is coming to town, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if they got that.
It is so. I got that before. It's just like the ending of that. Brilliant.
And then
And he can't take it. He can't take the
Yeah.
positive. Can't take people being nice.
because New Yorkers are normally what does the judge say earlier on? Is every New Yorker's right to be miserable?
Yeah, yeah. God given right to be an arsehole,
and
basically.
misery. Yeah, and then all the slime disappears. Louis thinks he's done it.
Yeah, because he's fired at just the right time.
Yeah,
That's
bless him.
And there's probably some more bits in that end bit, but
Yeah, there probably was. Yeah,
They get wrapped up with cables, don't they? At some point,
that's it. Yeah, yeah.
And they get thrown around. They get beaten, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the end, the painting changes.
Yeah. Bit weird.
The painting changes to all 4 of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and Dana, I think, and the baby.
Yeah.
That painting reminds me of one of these AI photographs, you know, when you type in, right, picture of the Ghostbusters with Dana and the baby looking cheesy, and that's what you come up with.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if we can get us on a painting like that. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it?
I'm sure it can.
That's free.
Wow.
That's 3 good looking guys.
Won't be any oil painting.
Bloody
Bit
weird.
watercolour.
Wonder scared
It
of
is
kids.
the one that ends with Winston shouting, "I love this town."
No, because that's the first one.
That's the first one.
Because in the
I always
first,
get that confused.
yeah, because you thought it was the second one, didn't you? I listened to our very first episode, which is still available to download on
You can't
all
cheap
podcasts.
plug us when we're listening to us.
Well, if someone,
Advertising us when you're already listening to
well, if
us.
someone's just a massive fan of Ghostbusters 2 and they haven't realised we've done Ghostbusters 1,
Yeah.
Well, why would they wouldn't realise when they said, okay,
so
maybe.
download it.
No other good podcasts are available other than ours. We've done Back to the Future, Gremlins.
Okay, let's do a couple of. Should we do some memories?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I put on Instagram just what was your favourite scenes, what's your favourite memories. Scott, you got one of you?
Yeah, from Unseen Cinematics on Instagram. Always loved how they plug a NES controller into the Statue of Liberty to make it walk. Yeah, we brought that up, but it's wicked, especially if you were a gamer at the time and you go, I've got one of them! You know, it was always just wicked to see that. So thank you, Unseen Cinematics.
Nice one. Paul, have you got yours or let me do mine?
Do yours, Rob.
I'll do mine. This one is from our friend on Instagram, Kim. This is quite funny. She said, my brother used to tease me with a photo of Vigo. In fact, we used to have a shop in town where they sold videos, stickers and movie posters, and they had that painting as a poster. He put it on the back of my bedroom door for when I got home. I don't think I'd have that photo up at home. I think something about it, I'd be like, oh my god, that's a bit... That'd bring back memories from when I was younger, yeah. He's a creepy guy.
Yeah.
And Gareth Parks, old school friend of mine, he just wrote and said, I am dripping with goo. So I did say to him, can you send us a memory? But
We come over dripping with goo.
Paul?
I've got 2. We've got Hannah and Connor from Essex. When the scary ghost lady steals Sigourney Weaver's baby and rides on her bike.
Yeah, so that's the... that's
Janosch as a nanny, yeah.
Taking her off.
Yeah.
And
Famously.
Bruce from all the way in Montreal. Hi, Bruce. The trial of the Ghostbusters interrupted by the Scaleri brothers. I mean, again, I love that bit where the
Scaleri brothers.
Yeah. It come from nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting it. You thought the slime was going to blow up or something, but it didn't, yeah. That was good. Anyone got any favourite lines?
probably that.
Scaleri Brothers.
Probably that, or the again, I mentioned the Titanic has arrived.
100 Venkman little one-liners and stuff, but it's the things he does off camera, or not off camera, off the scene, off dialogue. Janusz shakes his hand, but if you see, Peter Venkman puts out his hand, and Janusz puts a really limp hand. And if you watch Peter Venkman's face, he's like,
yeah.
Well, you can probably see him on camera, but he's just like really like kind of alarmed, offended, disgusted, and kind of wipes his hand. Stuff like that. They're not lines, but the little things that Venkman does with his eyes.
Have you ever had a limp handshake? It's
limp handshake, man, it's so creepy. Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah,
it's just like you got to be like that, ain't you? Come on, boy, manly.
All the stuff that Venkman does.
Is little like that. That's what you got to do.
I'll continue when you guys are finished.
Sorry.
Right?
Yes. A group one like this. That's what you got to do. Yeah, sorry, Scott.
Yeah, Venkman. Let's just say Venkman.
Yeah.
Venkman's eyes.
Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about.
Facial expression.
I like what I said earlier on. They're stuck in the guts, guys. With the Ghostbusters. We've all put on a few pounds since the old first film.
I think we've all put on a few pounds since the first film.
We have. Right. Should we do a quick quiz?
Yeah.
Quiz. We have an intro video for this one. I've done that one.
Oh, okay.
Roll intro.
Go. Okay, quiz time.
Quiz time.
Right, I have got for you 9 questions.
9 questions.
How are we doing on the overall scores?
Me 7-2.
7-2.
Oh, he remembers that.
Yeah.
7-2.
Getting spanked. 7-2.
I was hoping to make it 7-3 on the Crocodile Dundee, but maybe we can start catching up 2 weeks
Yeah.
running.
Oh, you've got to bring your A game, Paul.
Right, here we go. Question 1. No, I think this is right.
No. Oh, here we go. So,
I think this is
so
right.
just answer what you think then, Scott.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the license plate of the Ghostbusters car? In Ghostbusters 2.
Ecto 1. Oh, it's going to be Ecto 2, isn't it?
Ecto 2.
Oh, you're both wrong.
Oh.
Ecto 1A.
Ah.
Really?
Yeah. When they look at the they get the idea of Statue of Liberty, they look down and it says Ecto 1A. But at the start of the film, I don't think it says 1A.
No, because they've got the old one from the... they must have the
What
old
did
one
they
from
have at the
film.
start of the film? Because that's the one I was looking
Start
at.
of the film, they've got the old one because it's all smoky and it shows that they can't...
So it's the old car then, yeah.
Yeah,
so the
and
new
then they
car.
revamp it, so they use the same car, but they've
Yeah.
got the money to revamp it.
And it's got loads of stuff.
And
It's
that'll
got
be 1A.
Ghostbusters for hire on the side, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I got that right. That's good then. Okay, question 2.
I will be checking that.
Give Paul... Technically, you can give Paul a point.
It didn't specify what part of the film.
Yeah.
You said Ghostbusters. Okay, all right, 1-0 Paul.
I like Scott. He's a good chap, very honest. And like you just...
Okay, question 2. Whose suit does Louis put on towards the end of the film? Paul.
Spangler.
Oh, correct.
Very good.
2-0, well done.
I noticed that the other day when I was
Okay.
watching it.
I wouldn't have got that.
I didn't think of the quiz, but I did.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have got that. Good question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From the Quizmaster.
Yes.
The judge orders the guys to pay how much in fines?
See, I got the judge's name.
Yeah,
Because that's what I thought you were going to ask.
the hammer.
$50,000.
No.
So it was,
Can I have a guess, Scott?
His nickname's a hammer.
The nickname's a hammer, yeah.
Stephen Wexler.
Right.
I have no idea.
You can have a guess.
$25,000.
Correct.
Seriously?
Shit.
You keep getting these, don't you? You thought, I'm going to have a guess and then get it.
That's
Yes.
that computer game thing as well, weren't he?
It was $25,000 each. A lot of money back then, wasn't it?
So it was 50.
Question 4.
Well, how many were in the court?
It was 3 guys.
Okay.
Winston wasn't part of it, was he?
So that'd be, if there's 50. I was just thinking if there's 2 of them, technically I was right because if it's 25,000 each.
Yeah, no.
I was thinking the overall figure.
It would be 75,000.
Yeah. 2-1. Anyway, question 4.
Yeah, shut up.
What did Egon say his parents didn't believe in? Paul.
Paranormal.
No, Scott.
Toys.
Toys, correct. It's 2-2. Oh, all our listeners, they're willing you on, Paul.
I know, it's 2
Still
or
up
2
there.
or. Come on.
Right, okay. Get that listed on. Right, okay. Question number 5. What date did Elaine say the world would end?
I know. I got the year. And
Paul?
February 14th, 2016.
very good.
Correct. Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Come on, Scott, keep that, son.
No, I knew that. I had that revised 2016
Valentine's Day.
because I thought that anyone actually,
I remember the Valentine's Day bit because Venkman turns around and says, "That's Valentine's Day."
Valentine's Day. Bummer, he says.
Bummer,
but I
yeah.
wondered, because they did Back to the Future when the date that Marty goes ahead to.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, it's Back to the Future Day.
Right.
Today, October, whatever it was.
October 15th.
Yes,
Yeah.
I wondered if anyone did on Valentine's Day in 2016. Everyone went like,
Yes.
the world was supposed to end today,
Yeah.
according to Ghostbusters.
I bet, because,
Somebody would have done.
well, a lot of Ghostbuster fans follow us on Instagram. 3 Retro Movie Geeks on Instagram.
And our website.
On our website. The Ghostbuster fan base is huge. Guys and girls love
film.
Well, Ghostbusters is still our most listened to podcast.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Question 6.
Is it 6, is it? Was it 3-2?
It's I don't know now.
No, it's question 5, I think, because it's 3-2.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, 3-2, question 6 now, yeah.
Yeah, question 6. Yeah. Hey, Quizmaster's right again. Question 6. What is Oscar's height? Go on.
Approximately 24 inches.
Correct. 3-3. 24 inches. Right. Question 7. Venkman jokingly says Oscar is named after what? Very quick, and I had to have subtitles on to get it.
Oh man, I did hear this. It's like
It must be an American thing.
It's like a drink or a chocolate bar or something like that, isn't it? A bit of food item.
So do you want to both pass on this?
Baby Ruth.
No.
Don't know.
They said you're named after a hot dog.
A hot dog.
So I looked it up. There's like Oscar hot dogs must be an American thing.
I was close then.
Okay, so this is 3-3. Another tight quiz. Sam and Ed who listen, my nephews, they love the quiz and they do get excited about these close quizzes. So this one's for you, boys. Okay.
I'm concentrating, I'm focusing.
Question 8. The museum guy who works in the museum, he met Venkman as Venkman walks in. This is the worst quiz question ever. He had 2 favourite shows.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know.
The World of the Psychic
Bassmasters
and Bassmasters. Would you have got Bassmasters, Paul?
I wouldn't have got that. I thought it was a fishing thing.
Yeah, Bass is a fish.
Yeah,
He
but I
seems
can.
offended by it, doesn't he?
Yes.
I don't know why.
Okay, so it's 4-3 Scott.
Shit.
So last question. And it's finish the line. Finish the line.
Please be who you're going to call. Ghostbusters.
Well done, well done.
No, because it could be He-Man.
Ah, could be
Yeah.
He-Man. Or Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Finish the line. No, it's not. Finish the line. Death is but a door. Time is but a window.
Is that it? Yeah, I know the scene. I can't think exactly what it is.
So this is what Vigo's last words were supposed to be when he was alive.
I shall return.
Very close. Very close. Can Paul get it? Can I give him a clue? Should I give him a clue?
I got it.
Go on then.
I'll be back.
Correct!
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Yes,
Is it?
It is, honestly.
I was taking the piss.
No, it's right. It is. I'll be back. Because I thought
I
it
was
was
taking the piss. I didn't realise that. I was just like...
That's pretty good.
4-4.
Well done. That was a good quiz.
Yeah, good quiz.
That was the best one, I reckon.
We need a tiebreaker because I need to start
you haven't
going
got
back
a
to
tiebreaker
my
this time.
Well, we had a draw, didn't we? We drew the first Ghostbusters. The only other quiz we've drawn is
The
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Do you want a tiebreaker? Go on then.
Have you got a tiebreaker?
I'll quickly get one.
Well, we've got 5 minutes.
Okay, hold on. You two talk about yourself. I'll get another question. Where did the Ghostbusters dig the hole? What was the name of the...
Well, I know this from the courthouse. I know which avenue it was. It was First Avenue.
It was First Avenue.
It
was First Avenue.
First Avenue.
That was a bit of anticlimax there,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Well, I told you we should have just had a draw.
With so many holes in First Avenue.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
think
it.
anyone would notice. Hey, let's have a draw.
Let's have a draw. Well played, yeah, because it was 2 Ghostbusters things. Well done.
Thank God for that.
Okay, so that is that concludes us, doesn't it? Have anyone got anything to say?
No. Great to see Ghostbusters 2. Our first sequel. Well, not our first sequel, because we've done Return of the Jedi, obviously.
Yeah, but
our first one that we've done 1 and 2 of.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Instagram, we're coming up to 1,000 followers now.
Wow.
So thanks for that. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. We have a website. Alexa. That's got everyone's Alexa to work now. Brilliant. Shout outs, anybody?
No.
No. I've done my shout out at the beginning. Mike and Carol.
Dom Cam, who works in the same place as me and Scott in the mornings, he's been listening and he's enjoying it, so I said we'd do him a shout out. Thanks for that, Dom. He also got me an Arsenal ticket at the start of the year,
Nice.
so come on, you gooners.
He obviously doesn't like you then.
Rebecca Philbrook was 50 last week, one of our listeners, so happy 50th.
Happy birthday.
And that's it for my shout outs. We are going to try and do Crocodile Dundee next week, aren't we?
Yeah,
Try it.
we'll try it.
Yeah.
We're on location. We're out the studio. We're on location. Equipped with the cameras.
So we are going to do it. We keep mentioning this film, but we are going to go for it, aren't we?
Yeah, it's just a little bit more work involved rather than just turn up and talking.
Because we're going to be in the pub getting along and have a few beers. Because I'm off that day as well, so
Happy days.
I can have a few.
Scott's got to drive home.
Yep.
Right, in the words of Peter Venkman, we're the best, we're the beautiful, we're the only 3 retro movie geeks. Thanks for listening. Keep it retro. Oh, I spoke way too
You know,
much.
I'm a voter. Aren't you supposed to lie to me and kiss my butt?